Hello everyone, welcome to the ninth episode of Tech and Talk. I have here with me Arindam Majumdar, and I have a dictionary of things to say about him. But let's hear from him how he has managed and how what things he does in adventurous world of tech.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the warm welcome, Arpan, and yeah, great to be here. So yeah, I'm Arindam, developer advocate at Pieces. I'm also a core team member of Lead DevRel, which is a developer DevRel community, and yeah, I'm also a freelance technical writer as well, and I love to contribute to open source, tell everyone about open source, teach them about open source, and write content around that, and yeah, I love to be in this community. So yeah, thanks a lot for having me.
Wow, that's a whole lot of work that I think you are doing all simultaneously. Could you just share with us, like, what was the beginning of the journey of the tech journey that you had was like? What was the main career path that you had was like? Because we have worked together in Showcase as CCOs, so I think you had an interest in technical content writing from the start, as I know. So what was it, and how did you navigate into Get Pieces, and what does Get Pieces do?
Yeah, so yeah, the journey was not a streamlined journey, I would say. So yeah, as to give everyone the context, me and Arpan worked together in Showcase as chief creative officer, where we organize few events, so does few things. So yeah, from that I was always pretty curious about this role, DevRel, what they does. So I used to had coffee chats with them, like whatever how they work and what is the actual role, what it's all about. So yeah, and from the beginning, I tried to document my journey on public. So what I do, I wrote articles, I wrote tweets and LinkedIn posts. So just like uh, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm building, whatever I'm learning, everything is documented on Twitter and my blog post. So yeah, from then I got an opportunity in Keploy. So and I joined there as a DevRel intern. I worked for 3 months, and after that I got into Pieces, so which is a AI productivity tool that enhances your overall developer productivity. So yeah, it was a fun journey. I learned a lot. Great to be would not be there without the support of this amazing community. And yeah, that's it. It was a good journey, and yeah, huge shout out to open source because the whole journey will be incomplete without that. So yeah, I owe it to open source. Yeah.
Well, that's great to hear because we have all started our journey somewhere with the open source. That's a great
Yeah.
thing to hear about open source. So I also wanted to ask, like you mentioned about it's an AI tool that enhances your productivity, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, like, what are the day-to-day like productivity tools in AI that you personally use for technical content writing, or just to enhance and just to squeeze all the different tasks and different work that you do in a day.
Yeah, so mostly it's like the tool I use not around like only for technical. I use that those for learning new stuff or building. So in pieces we have a VS Code extension. We also have a desktop application. So I mostly use that, and we also have a feature that you can switch between multiple models, both
Mm.
online or offline on device models. So I preferably we currently have the support for Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Yeah, so I prefer that, and before that I used to use GPT-4o for just to get the outline of that. So what I work at technical like as a writer, that is like I at first build the project,
Mm.
then while building the project I just document that whatever comes to my mind. Okay, in this step I did this, and the next step I did that. Then I tell I use AI to just generate the outline. Okay, so I'm writing, suppose I'm writing for like building a Spotify playlist generator. The recently I built that. So what I did is like I made the project. Along the way I made that step by step. I added that and just made the draft. And after that, I just told AI to go through that and probably generate an outline for that. So I just went to go like Pieces Copilot and asked him, okay, this is the outline. Can you just suggest me
Mm.
out like the points I should mention, how I can improve that? So yeah, that's just like a friend that I have, I can discuss with him, and yeah, those stuff. So yeah, and for research purpose, I would say, yeah, that's pretty much like googling things, you going through
Mm,
YouTube videos,
mm,
and while getting error, going through pieces copilot, ask him, okay, what is the error you are facing, how can I can navigate that. And yeah, and now with we have recently launched live context, that
mm,
is that is like, captures everything you are watching on the screen. So probably, I give the context that what I was learning yesterday, like what I was learning now
mm.
in that browser. So you can probably give me the context, and I can, work on that. So yeah, overall, that's pretty much of it.
Yeah, but I have to say that the AI co-pilot thing is really addictive. Once you get started with it, you can't like leave it, and it just turns out as it is like a mobile, like that saves contacts. We can access the contacts, but now we are forgetting the numbers. So it's like it has a double-edged sword. So
Yeah,
Arindam,
yeah.
I just like the first time I saw you, like you were writing blogs on Hashnote on simple things like how to do this and how to do that. Normally what I would also search on Google, and then some guy on YouTube or Hashnote would actually have written a blog about it, and that's how we would go to the solution. So like, did you have interest in technical content writing from the start, or was it a decision that like was it like the decision that you made after you explored the development environment?
So see, I am not much into writing before, joining the tech. I didn't used to write a lot, I would say. I was always a consumer who didn't create any content. I was not into content creation. I usually was a kind of shy person. I didn't like to, be in public and those stuff. So yeah, I haven't thought about that. I can be a technical writer, those stuff. So I always admired folks who write those contents on Stack Overflow, either or like either other blogging platforms such as DevRel, Medium, and Hashnote. So yeah, and but yeah, if I have to say about my writing journey, it was like just by chance. I saw some YouTube videos. You should document your journey. Then I thought, okay, I can do that. I
Hmm,
just started by writing, basic stuffs. I started with writing how to use GitHub, how to create, I guess, those stuff, GitHub tips, or like
hmm,
those sort of content, basic, very basic things. And then I attended KubeCon online, and then I also got to know about few other stuffs. I documented that as well. So from then I used to get some interaction, got some feedbacks. Okay, you made this mistake, you should improve that.
hmm.
And some folks also praised me. Some folks said that okay, you can carry on. Then I got the motivation to go on, and yeah, that's how I kept going sort of. And yeah, and now I have almost written like probably 55 plus articles for my blog.
Hmm.
And like with those freelancing clients, I would say it's like almost 75 plus blogs I've totally written.
Well, that's a really good, number. I mean, that's a humongous number, I would say, to have that much patience and determination to achieve that much number of articles. So, like, because mostly in this era, we think that the solutions which are like video solutions would be more enticing for the viewer as compared to reading or the blog solutions, because nowadays we are not much uh, inherently uh, needed to read things or read articles in order to solve a problem. So like I just wanted to ask about like what are the ways one could monetize this talent of content writing, of technical writing that they have, and like what scope it has and what link can it have with freelancing.
Yeah, so it has a big scope, I would say, because the trend I saw is like, folks are looking for good technical writers, quote unquote good, I would say, because nowadays with AI, there are stuffs like, folks just copy paste chat GPT stuffs and like AI based stuffs, which doesn't really are valuable, I would say. Can be valuable, but those are not the thing that folks try to learn. So the thing with that, with AI models, you can, get the answers that is generic, that is because those are trained on a pre data set, right?
Hmm.
So if something you are working on a new thing, that is a new product, and you are working with the SDK,
Yeah.
there are like less chance that there will
Yeah.
be any content out there. So if you're writing for the first time, you should not be like, folks are looking for genuine writers, not AI writers, right?
Yeah. And
You can definitely
mostly,
use AI.
mostly they
Yeah,
are also outdated, and also the information that they give is always surface information. They don't dive deep
yeah,
into the topic.
yeah, because they have some constraints with that, right? With the data part. So what I feel is like it has a big opportunity if you are skilled enough by if you are good enough to write quality content. There are folks who are ready to pay you well, and there are companies ready to they have some write for us program. They have content writing programs. They have multiple programs where you can apply for,
Hmm.
and you can definitely take it as a career option as well. I have many friends who are just they are good at writing. They are only technical writer and are doing pretty well, both in
Hmm.
the freelancing part and also as a career as well, full-time role. So I would say, yeah, technical writing has a big future with AI, because what I feel, AI can write content,
Hmm.
but AI cannot write content that a developer would want to read. See,
Hmm.
the thing is, only a developer, a good like a developer can put themselves in the shoe of the developer and understand the problem, that what is the problem that I face,
Hmm.
right? Then I can write the solution, right? Because I have faced the problem, then I can write the solution from that view, right? So that's the thing. In that case, AI, I guess, cannot add that thing, and the personal experience part, right? So
Human
I
touch.
had a problem. Yeah, human touch. That is a personal experience. I had a problem building a project.
Hmm.
How I solved that, AI
Hmm.
cannot ever write that. How I
Hmm.
solved that, how I approached that problem, how I, search for things. So that is where AI still cannot beat us, I would say. So yeah, it still has a big,
Hmm. Hmm.
opportunities.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because the blogs that we are seeing today, if they can be like, in some time, I think they will be, most of them could be generated by AI. But the quality that enhances or matters is that we have a human touch, or someone can say that from my experience or my recent experience, I have this thing that I have faced this problem and you can face it too. So here's a warning for it. So that is a really good thing that you have highlighted. Also, one of the last questions on this segment I would have to ask you is that, uh, can technical writers, content technical writer, या फिर technical writers who freelance or who work in startups or in companies have more opportunities of remote work? Because it could be possible, right, that they, when you freelance well or when you participate in hackathons, they can spot you as a great talent and they can recruit you in remote work. Can you just touch on that topic?
Yeah, so see, I always say that this is the era of content. The more content you can create, the more chances you will get. So yeah, there are chances folks can spot you by your articles. So my first client was like that. Someone reached out to me on LinkedIn. I love reading your blogs. Can you write an article for us?
Hmm.
And so that was my first client, and yeah, that's how I still got like 3, 4, 5 clients like that. They just
Hmm.
DM me, they just mail me that, okay, I love reading your articles, and would you write for us? Would you like to write for us? So those are the things. It creates the brand for you, I would say.
Hmm.
And so I never got a freelancing client from like Upwork or freelancer.com, because it didn't somehow it didn't click for me. So I have tried Upwork and it didn't work for me, and then I stopped using that. But all my freelancing work till now I get from my blogs, or
Social
like
media
they
sites
reached out to
basically.
me. Yeah, most of them are from my blogs or
Okay.
by tweets or something like that. So yeah,
if
I
someone wants
got a
to
lot of opportunities.
if someone just wants to start in this opportunity field, can you just say in a short, like what resources can he refer to? Is there like any YouTube resource for this? Because it is an adaptive and personal nuance kind of genre, right? Where you have to put in your own experience.
Yeah, so see, for writing, I would say there is no roadmap actually. You can, see, the thing is, if you have the goal to get those high paying clients, so write for that, there will be cases that you might not, get that in the first 6 months,
Hmm.
and you might get discouraged. So I would say, don't take it as that. You can take it as, okay, I am documenting my journey while I
Hmm.
am learning. And if I get something that is good, that's a bonus, but it essentially helps me to keep track of what I'm learning. And sometimes it also happens that suppose I wrote an article and I just go through that, right, to see if that you know to get something back from that. So yeah, you can just take it as a notes of yours that you are making writing in public.
Hmm.
And you can, if you are good at it, you can probably get that. So see, in my case, the first offer I got, that's like after 1.5 years of writing.
Hmm.
And yeah, I have written almost like 40 blogs. Then
Damn.
I got my first offer. So it was
Patience
not
is the
like,
key.
yeah, patience and doing things consistently, so that
Hmm.
works.
Yeah, yeah.
Because many of my friends also started with writing with me.
Okay.
They eventually stopped writing because they were not getting views.
Okay.
I also used to not get that much view. Used to get like 100, 200 views on my
Hmm.
blogs, but I didn't look at the matrices. Then I just kept writing
Hmm.
for like just for fun. I just
Hmm.
set a goal for me to write this much articles. So yeah, I kept that, and yeah, eventually some of my articles got like good traction. I would say
Yeah,
10K,
yeah,
15K, and
yeah.
then I got those opportunities. So I would say recommend, don't go for viral things. Go
Hmm.
for things that can be sustainable,
Hmm.
things you can do that.
Hmm.
Don't take a huge goal that 5 articles in 5 days. Don't do that. Write one article each month, but like try to write 12 articles in 12 months. But that will also work because you are consistent, and
Hmm.
folks gonna appreciate that. And yeah, like try to take feedbacks and improve your writing on the way. So yeah.
Wow, that's a great answer from you, Arindam. I really got to know about everything about the technical content writing and how it works from start to end, how to learn everything in that. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
like sharing this, segment of it, because in this small bit of time, you have given me a experience that you have had for over the years. So yeah, let's move on to the next, one of the many genres that you have your magic in. The next genre that we can discuss is about like DevRel. So, like, we started with the DevRel opportunity that you got at Pieces, and like, can you share about what real work or what work they do really? Because like now it is kind of in trend. Developer advocate and DevRels are like employed in many organizations, and they do a phenomenal work. I have heard. So, could you just highlight about what mainly you contribute to?
Yeah, so see, the devil is like you have to wear 10 hats at a time. And yeah, there are different tasks that I have, and we prioritize things based on that. So yeah, I work on multiple stuff. In pieces, I mainly, work with the community. I maintain the open source projects. We also have some open source mates where we, discuss about our new projects, give community shout outs, also, organize events. And yeah, we also recently launched on Product Hunt, and we became the product of the day with over like 950 plus upvotes and like 250 plus comments. So it was a great success there. And yeah, we're always, I also try to, get feedback from folks using pieces, how they are working, and we try to, improve the developer experience as well overall. So that's in my like day-to-day work, organizing events, writing articles,
Mhm.
um, so there are a whole lot of things. So yeah,
So probably a lot of meetings that you have to attend in a day, I assume. So I
yeah.
wanted to ask like what like what should be the qualifications, or what does one organization look in an individual when they are recruiting him for DevRel work or developer advocate work? Like how much of experience do you need, or can anyone like a fresher having some sort of talent or intuition just join in?
You see, I would recommend is like it's not about like you need 10 years plus experience or sort of, but think you should have to be, a bit knowledgeable about the thing that the product is all about. See, the term is DevRel, developer relations, right? So that what developer comes first. So you have to be, be a developer, I would say, because in the long run, if you are advocating for the tool and if you are not able to solve the problems, you can be in trouble, right? Also, so those parts. So as a fresher, I would recommend is get some experience in the community. uh, just learn about things that you have to do as a dev. Will try if you cannot be a dev in one day. What you can do is like start doing the things that dev will usually do. So there are like three C's that dev will do: code,
Mm,
community, and content. So you can work on two of them. And you start documenting things on public, because it's a big like aspect of rebel. You would have to do some things in public to get visibility, or like advocate about your company or like the dev tool that you are working on.
mm.
And yeah, be active in the community, share things on public, try to be empathetic. And yeah, these things will help.
Okay. So I want to ask, like, who are the three or two to three guys you followed during your journey of learning about DevRel and developer advocate, if you could just say.
Yeah, so I followed a whole lot of folks. There are a lot of folks to mention. So, but yeah, I would say Kunal was there. So he was the one of
Mm,
the first folks who told about this
mm,
to me. I saw his videos, one of his videos. Also, for the content creation and open source, I would give a huge shout out to Eddie Jout. So he's a great advocate for open source. He
mm,
does all the cool stuffs regarding open source. So yeah, he's the one. And other folks I would mention Aditya Oberai. He's a great folks, like he's a developer advocate at Upright. And Francesco, uh, he's also a developer advocate at Delhi.dev. So
mm,
these are the folks. Also, I would mention Hamintika. He's from Hashnode. So a whole lot of folks.
mm.
I learned a lot from them. I used to have a chat with them, just
Oh,
ask my question, doubts, and they are too generous. They always share their insights with me. And yeah, so yeah, also, I would also mention few other folks. I forgot the name. Yeah, like Danny. He recently joined Shopify dev. So yeah, though
mhm.
a whole lot of folks. I cannot end mentioning them. So yeah.
And that's a arena of the guides that you have mentioned about. So that's the reason, like, why you are able to handle so much at the same time. That's really great about the field that you are in is like is usually like aspired by many, because you get to have a taste of all the different parts of the coding community. So you get to involve with the community, create content, code, attend conferences, and speak at events. So it's like a whole all possible careers imagined in and compiled into one. So that's really great that you are a DevRel. And I wanted to also ask that uh, uh, you have like gone into DevRel, and like you have experienced how the system works and how the things work in there. Like how like when you are working for clients who are like international, or they have specific uh, you know uh, need specific how can I say specific time zones that they operate in. So how do you meet that? Like I'm sure that you might be burning the midnight oil in order to contribute to the organization, and like prove to your commitment of being hardworking, a contributor and an advocate for open source. So like what are the things that you have or like the what are the harsh truths of DevRel that one should be aware of, like having to sacrifice like some more amount of time, or dedicating more amount of expertise or knowledge some in specific area.
So I would say like in pieces, I fortunately our team is so good. Like we don't have any time range to work, so we work according to our time zones, and we just have something sometimes in common that we have our stand-ups,
Hmm.
and we just take be in sync. So yeah, that's the thing, and we have three of our development team at like three folks from our development team in India, so we have the
Hmm.
same time zone. We just discuss things together, and for connecting with the team we just have a common time where we sync up on a call and discuss what we are doing this week, and like what are our next goals, where are we stuck. So those are the stuff. So I would say, yeah, and another thing is for DevRel, it looks pretty shiny, I would say, but
Yeah.
it's not that shiny. And because, see, you as you are also going to events, you also have to do work there as well. So
Hmm.
you're not just go attending the event; you are just working. You are also advocating for the company you are having,
Hmm.
right? So that might look some fascinating thing, but yeah, you have to be accountable what you are doing. If you are going to an event, you have to be accountable. If you
Hmm.
are like if you are organizing an event, if you are post like organizing a hackathon, you have to be accountable
Yeah.
what you are doing. So things are not that much shiny as it looks from the outside. uh and the toughest part of develop, I would say, is like context switching. You have to
Hmm.
there are some days you have to do a lot of different stuff, and like maintaining the balance is key. And so someday as at work is like only about fixing some code and like helping those. Some days you totally don't get any chance to work on code because you have an event or something like that. So you need to have a balance between that to be uh, be in place and be up to date with the tech trends as well. So another key aspect is have to be on top of that. Not you don't have to learn all the things, but you should be aware of things that is happening otherwise, like in the world, because you are going to the world. You are the face of that. So
Hmm.
you need to be accountable
Organization.
for that and
Yeah.
be up to date about that. So yeah.
Yeah, completely understand the realities of how things exist and how they work. Yeah, but I'm actually curious, like you have said that there has to be a balance, but when a newbie joins into this devrel or devops, or these fields where it is come out emerging newly, so they get confused about where to start and how to start. For someone who is having devrel, he must be really knowledge about the product, and also about the code base, that how the code base is working, so that he can actually help someone or the person to contribute to it. And so I'm asking, like, what do you think of the three skills C's that you mentioned? What do you think should be at the par to at least be a devrel? Like, should he be first a coding expert, then he should like focus on different things? You have spoken about balance, but like, what is the real terms of maintaining that over a long period of time?
Yeah, so it depends person to person, right?
Hmm.
It's a subjective question, I would say. See, I would recommend is like from those three C's, try out three at first and see what
Hmm.
you like, and try to pick two.
Hmm.
And like if you are if you divide those things in like 100%, give 70% of the times to those two things that you love to do, or like 80% time to those what you love to
Hmm.
do, and just give 20% to the another C that you might not like that much, but yeah, you can do as well. So you need to be aware of the three C's as well, but try to focus on two of them, and it will work.
Wow, wow. Well, yeah, that's the answer I was hoping for, because it is such a complex topic for newbies. They are just like, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing everything at once. So how did he start? And like, a question like many of my juniors ask me when I say them about DevRel and stuff. So yeah, that was a great thing to say. And like we also mentioned about organizing hackathons and stuff. So like uh, from your personal experience, like how much have you seen people grow in hackathons, like from building, like about working a project to building it, like presenting it in, what do you think are the key changes that the person goes through, and like what are the development that you can spot in them, and how much are they likely to be selected by the organization when they are in the hackathon participating?
Yeah, so I didn't have much experience on that, like how folks get selected by org, but yeah, I would
Hmm.
say like it's a great experience overall. Building a project in a time bound manner, it's a good thing. You get to explore multiple
Hmm.
stuffs. You get
Hmm.
to learn things, build things, ship
Hmm.
things faster. So it's a good thing to do, and it's also improves your communication skills. You collaborate with others. You work on a team. You present those stuffs. You are able to communicate with the
Yeah.
folks. So yeah, it's a good thing to do. Hackathons are always great. Yeah.
That was a great chat to have with you, Arindam. I just got to learn about so many facets of technical industry like I'd never heard before. Involvement of AI, technical content writing, hackathons, DevRel. I'm just like, did he just imparted on me years of knowledge that he all had, and it was like
Yeah.
having the trick in PK where he just touches the hand and then he gets to know and trust all the information. So it was a great
Yeah.
meeting and chat to have with you,
Likewise.
Arindam. Yeah,
Yeah.
I look forward to have more meetings with you, brainstorming on more topics that we can both discuss about.